Scholarships across the country. And today, she'll be joining us to share all of our perspectives on scholarship. Gentlemen and ladies, please help me as we welcome Kusemi as she speaks to us at this event. Mr. Kusemi, ma'am.
Hi, everyone. Just to confirm that you can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can.
Hi.
Thank you so much for this session. Let me just proceed to share my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can. So, okay, yes, great, we can. Thank you.
Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Kusema Ise, as you have heard, and I am alumni from the Faculty of Law. I graduated in 2016, and the Honorable Dean of Law was my lecturer in so many classes, and I'm so pleased to be here. Thank you also to the Dean of Law for the opportunity. This has been very enlightening. I also learned a lot. I learned a lot from ID, from Kelechi, from Ian and David yesterday, and from Seche as well. So today I'm going to be presenting on how to access global opportunities through scholarships, fellowships, and internships. So the discussion points will range from factors to guide your decision making, different kinds of global funding opportunities, popular requirements for global opportunities, how to prepare for global opportunities, and how you can get in touch with my services. I am the founder of the Get Ahead Education Services, a study abroad consulting service. All right, so what are the factors to guide your decision making in this instance? Before you decide what global opportunity you should go for, you have to understand different things, or different things have to guide your decision making. So the first thing I have put in here, bear in mind that this is not limited. The list is inexhaustive. So the first thing I have identified is that you should discover your post-educational career interest. I want to believe that Grace Kalu's presentation is going to do a lot of good for me, because she addressed a lot of things that I'm also going to share in this presentation. So the first thing is that you discover your post-educational career interest. Do you want to be an associate in a law firm like ID and Etido and INE? Do you want to be an in-house counsel like myself? Do you want to be in the development space? I want to believe that Seche is in the development space because he is in international war crimes. And do you want to be in tutoring? Lawyers can also become lecturers, just like the Honorable Dean of Law. And then lawyers can also venture into a lot of other professions. So you have to ask yourself, you don't necessarily need to know what you want now. But when you have that question in your mind, it will help you understand how to think and the kind of things to look out for. The next thing is, what is your motivation for seeking a global opportunity? Why am I asking this question? Because there are so many reasons people want to be globally exposed, or you want global relevance. Do you want it because you want to permanently migrate abroad? Do you want it because you just want to get an education in a prestigious institution abroad? Do you want it because you just want to gather work experience? Working in an international space is definitely different from working just within Nigeria. Okay, if you work in the international space, you're going to pick up a lot of values that has to do with diversity, inclusion, and a lot of other people. You have to learn other people's culture. So is that what you want? Because if you get that, it's also going to help you back at home. Do you want to gain comparative professional insights? How is law practice in Germany? How is family law practice in France? Okay, those are comparative insights that you can get based on different opportunities you may look out for. Another thing is, when you identify these two things, I want to be an in-house counsel, or I want to be in the development space, and this is the essence, or this is why I want to migrate. Now ask yourself, what kind of locations or institutions or organizations are going to be conducive for your career goals? I'm just going to share a bit of my story. This might not be you, but I think these are the things that guided me in making my decision. I had worked in a top-tier law firm in Lagos, Nigeria. I also got, after my NYSC, I got an offer in another law firm which I had resumed. And I simultaneously got an offer in a non-profit organization in Abuja. As at then, I was in Lagos. I knew that I wanted to do my master's. In fact, when I finished from Uyo, I didn't think I wanted to do any master's degree. Please, I want to drop my pen. I want to rest. I've been studying for 5 whole years. God. And then I went to law school and I discovered that Uyo was just a tip of the iceberg. Okay. Law school showed me Shegesha. So during law school, people would say, after this law school, I'm not doing anything. I will chase money. I will do this, I will do that. So after law school, NYSC came. Everything happened so fast. I literally did not have any time to breathe. So I did NYSC in a law firm, and then after NYSC, I got an offer in a law firm. But when I was in the law firm, you know, the environment you are, the people around you would usually shape your thinking. So when I was in a law firm, I saw that a lot of people were thinking of studying abroad. A lot of people I met in law school, they already started processing their masters. I'm like, wow. Well, it's not like I want to go to school again. Even if I would want to go to school, I'll probably do masters in Nigeria because I don't have money to do anything abroad. However, talking to people, I got to know that there are things called, scholarships, and that because my mindset as at then was that I need to be extremely exceptional to be able to get any scholarship opportunity. So when I hear, oh, this person is a scholar, oh my goodness, I felt like it could never be me, to be honest. So when I started listening to these things, attending conferences, speaking to people who are doing it, it was possible for me to begin to think about it. So after NYC, I was like, okay, maybe I can do this master's thing. Maybe I can do it. And I would definitely need a scholarship because I cannot sponsor myself abroad. That was when I knew that I needed time to develop myself. I needed time to gain more skills. And I also needed time to do my applications because study abroad applications, especially when it has to do with applying for scholarship opportunities, it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of tenacity. So I knew that as at that time, the kind of person I am, I knew that if I was in such a busy law firm, that dream of mine that was about 18 months away would have probably been postponed to like maybe 3 years away, which is not a bad thing. But I just thought, okay, let me just take a route that probably would help me attain this dream in 18 months, which is why I picked in-house because I knew that, okay, at least no matter how busy I would be at being an in-house counsel, I will still have maybe some weekends to myself to be able to draft my application and all of that. It could be different for you because maybe depending on the law firm you're working in, the organization you're working in, and depending on how you are able to manage your time, you could still be a full-time, I've had a lot of colleagues who were in full service, busy law firms and were able to process their study abroad applications and even get scholarship. So yeah, that was my story and yours could be different. So another thing you should do is prepare financially, okay? You have to start saving. You have to invest your money wisely. You have to increase your earning potentials. So people would say, oh, Couscous, you want a fully funded scholarship. Why are you talking about saving? Guys, ladies and gentlemen, in fact, let me adopt ID's view now, ID style. Let me know if you're getting me in the comment section. Let me know if you're getting me, and let's just get right into the saving part. So when I was doing NYC, I started saving. I started a saving culture, okay? I knew that I was going to go abroad, and going abroad is not cheap. I knew that the little I was earning was not going to be enough, but it could take me somewhere. So what did I do? I started saving a percentage of my money, of that NYC alawi that you think is nothing. I literally started saving from there. So I saved all through, and then I went to, I got another job after NYC, and I continued saving. Whether you win a scholarship or not, you will need, there are some scholarships that give you laptops when you're traveling, but others do not. You will need to buy a laptop. It is not that HP you have been using since final year to do your project that you're going to use to go and study abroad, because you need a fast-paced computer, a computer with a new operating system. So you will need new devices. I was a content creator and I could not have used my iPhone 6s to continue creating content for the rest of time. So I needed to save to buy a new device. You need to save to do your visa application. You need to save to do your, if you're going to the UK, you need to save to do your a tuberculosis test. You need to save to do a lot of things, and these things are not cheap. You are still in uni. Probably 50% of you do not have an international passport. It is money you use to get an international passport. It is money you use to process your transcripts, because your transcript will be sent from University of Uyo to the institution. It is money you use. So let me just tell me that, oh, I'm going to apply for scholarship, and you wait. Is it the scholarship is not going to, give you money to do all those things? So that's why your savings have to be, you have to start saving on time, and you have to try to, increase your earning potential. Okay, I know that there are so many ways to increase your earning potential. Try to do more work. You can work in a law firm Monday to Friday and get, you're going to be paid at the end of the month. But what extra job can you do for people during the weekend? Can you draft people's contracts? Can you review for them? Can you take minutes of meetings for people just to get extra money? Because if you want to depend on that small alawi, some law firms, depending on the state you are serving, will not even pay you. So you have to, start ahead of time, and you have to start right. Get your documentation ready. I've already said international passports, students' copy transcripts, and degree certificates. So now, ASU has been on strike for how long? I don't even know, as long as I can remember. And this is an application time. Chevening scholarship is open. University applications have started opening up. And you cannot submit an application without a transcript. Okay, you cannot even submit an application without a degree certificate. So imagine those people who are done with school, and probably I get to go for law school. Maybe they don't have their degree certificate yet, so they cannot even apply for certain opportunities. And transcripts, if those who are unable to, in fact, not even those people are unable to apply for official transcripts. However, some universities do allow students to download students' copy of the transcripts on their website. So if you have access to this, you have to download as soon as you can, so that you can get your applications going. Now, some global scholarship or fellowship opportunities that you can take advantage of. Be rest assured that there are millions and millions of opportunities you can take advantage of, and the only way you can identify or you can discover this is by doing research. You can never be tired of research, and you can never go wrong researching. Even if you are researching and you do not find the information you want, you will definitely find something else that will lead you to another information that will be helpful to you. So I've identified a few here. This is just like 0.5% of the global opportunities you can access. We have the Chevening Scholarship. People know a lot about Chevening Scholarship, but they do not know that there is also Chevening Fellowship. However, the fellowship is for mid-level career professionals who are maybe in their managerial levels, or university lecturers who have gained some work experience and want to further, maybe get specialized knowledge, or get career progress in their profession. Then for Chevening Scholarship, it is for fresh graduates who have at least 2 years of work experience. Okay, you are in uni now, you are doing internship, you're doing voluntary roles, you are probably research assistant for any of your lecturers. That is work experience. You can literally gather all these experiences, and by the time you're done with NYSC, you put everything together, yalla, you have 2 years of work experience. There's Commonwealth, there's Erasmus Mundus Scholarship, there's Mandela Washington Fellowship, there's MasterCard. MasterCard Foundation is one of the very highly sought after scholarship, because they pamper you like a baby. They fund you, they provide for you, they provide latest laptops, and it's getting these opportunities is really exciting. But you have to be ready, because if you're not ready, you cannot get it. Fulbright Foreign Student Program is a program that sponsors individuals to the US, especially those that want to be in the academia. Australia Awards Africa. So these are just a few opportunities that I've identified. You can decide to explore these opportunities, see the eligibility requirements, and see which one you can go for based on the interests and your motivations that you have already identified. However, if you check specific, because there are some university-specific scholarships as well. For instance, University of Cambridge, University of Oxford, Queen Mary University, Harvard University. These prestigious universities they have funding, okay? They have different types of fundings that may not be out there to the entire world, but you would identify them when you're able to visit their websites and check them out. So because we do not have a lot of time, I'm just going to go ahead to the next slide. So popular frequent requirements for international opportunities. Now, ever since Achieving Scholarship opened up this year, I have received a lot of questions with regards to academic excellence. Oh, Kuseme, do I need to have a first class to apply for Achieving Scholarship? Oh, Kuseme, do I need to have a 2-1? Now, if you come to my social media and ask me this question, my answer to you will be no. You do not need a first class or a 2-1 to apply for Achieving Scholarship. But I'm talking to people right now, people who are still in the university, people who have the opportunity to make it right, people who still have their future in their hands. I'm talking to people in year 1, year 2, year 3. If you're in year 2, if you're in year 3, you have, in fact, your entire life to change. If your CGPA is below 3 points right now, take it from me, you can change it. Except you are in final year. If you're in final year and you're still below 2-1, you can use your project or your dissertation to try and get a distinction so that it can up your CGPA. So because you have an opportunity to change your story, because you have an opportunity to control your narrative, what you graduate with, I am going to tell you now, academic excellence is very important in assessing global opportunities, okay? It is because, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because a lot of opportunities would come and your academic excellence will get you into the room. Academic excellence may not be the reason they finally select you. But let's just imagine an opportunity comes and says minimum of 2-1 and you had a 2-2. You are outside the door. You can't even get in. Now, after saying minimum of 2-1, millions of people had 2-1 and they come inside. They come inside the door. It does not still say that, it does not mean that they are going to be selected, but at least they are able to access the door of the opportunity. They are able to go inside the room. Now you can now decide to bring other things, present other values or other skills that you have to be able to compete with other people. Do you know how many people graduate in the UK with distinction every year? You want global opportunity and you are not willing to sacrifice to get an opportunity to compete in the global space? Think about it. So your academic excellence is very important. You need a first class, you need a 2-1. Please, at the least, get a 2-1. It will really help you because I know that the opportunities available for people with 2-2 is a bit limited, although it's still there. But usually the advantage is if you now get work experience, extensive work experience, it boosts your 2-2. But if you are an early graduate, it is that academic excellence that attracts them very well. And then you have to get your undergraduate degree. There's literally no undergraduate, there's literally no global opportunity that you would apply for that would not ask for your undergraduate degree. Your previous academic transcripts, you always need it. So please, if you're in your final year, once you submit that project and your project result is out, try and get a student copy of your transcript. Why? Because, for instance, you want to apply for an opportunity and there are deadlines. You can use a student copy of your transcript first. Because, do you know what it means to apply for transcript in University of Uyo? I know that the Honorable Dean of Law would do something about this so that Faculty of Law would get their transcripts like this. But I have people who have been following up for their transcript for months, and ASU strike is not helping. But if you have a student copy, you can front load it, use it to do at least get into the door, submit an application before the deadline. When they see it's a student copy, they can now contact you to provide an official copy. Some organizations contact your school directly, and if you provide a student copy, they know that, oh, this person is actually serious. By the time they ask for an official copy, even if it delays, they can still make do with your student copy. Then they also always ask for personal statement or statement of motivation. If you're applying to a foreign university for a postgraduate program or summer program, they would always ask for a statement of motivation. Why are you applying? Why do you think this course is right for you? What is your motivation? So if you follow me on my YouTube, I make a lot of content showing people how to write these things and all of that. The next one is reference or recommendation letters. Grace Kalu said, do not burn bridges. In fact, you see your professors, you see your project supervisor, hold them tight. Maintain a very good relationship with them, because immediately you come out of school, those are your very first reference people. If you're applying for a job, you're going to get your references, or your reference from your lecturer or your dean of law. Some people specifically ask for a reference from your dean of law. Okay. You can also get reference letters from your project supervisor. So yes, referees are one of the, in fact, most important requirement, because sometimes, let's just imagine that 5 people are, okay, there is an opportunity to hire 2 people, and 5 people are qualified. 5 people meet all the requirements. They will check your academic excellence, top notch. They check your certificate is there, your transcript is there, your personal statement is top notch. So what do you think they are going to do? They are going to check your reference letters. They are going to check who has more goodwill, who has more interpersonal relationship, because what your referee says about you says a lot about you. Your academic reference is usually going to talk about your activities while you were in school, and if you're applying for an academic program, is usually they're going to ask your referee to comment about your capacity to carry out that or to engage in that program. And trust me, I recently, because I offer, like I said, I offer study abroad program consultations, and some people ask me to make an application for them. So I have made a couple of applications to universities, and I've gotten feedback, some negative feedback, and I ask why, and then they come back to me saying, dear Kuseme Ise, we take different things into consideration when making decisions for, to admit people into a program. We take in their academic qualification, we take in their personal statement, and the statement from their referees. So I'm just going to leave it there. You will need an international passport. If you do not have one, please start applying. I have heard that there are no booklets. Please start applying on time, so that when the opportunity comes, it is not the fact that you do not have international passport that would delay you. Seche can confirm this. When they won the IHS competition, they had to fly to Tanzania to do another competition. And if you cannot fly out of the borders of Nigeria without an international passport. So please get ready, because these things help you to at least get into the pool of competition. You will need, most opportunities will need work experience, and do not be discouraged if you're just coming out of school. When you are in school, you can literally gather work experience. If you're a class rep, that is work experience. If you're a chamber head, that is work experience. If you're doing anything at all in chambers, student chambers, trust me, that is work experience. Okay, all you need to do is brand yourself properly, like Grace had said, and then you can get that going. If you're doing internship, voluntary work, that's work experience. Most opportunities will also need your curriculum vitae or your resume. And then other organizations or other opportunities will ask you program-specific questions, like the Chevening Scholarship, the Commonwealth, Mandela Washington Fellowship. They would ask you questions that are tailored to their values, to see if your values align with them, or you share the same vision as them. Other things, English language requirements. This depends on the country you're going to, okay? Some countries you may be going, for instance, you're going to France, they will not be asking you for English language requirement. They may likely ask you for, French language requirements. If you're going to Germany, it might be a different thing. But however, majority of global opportunities accept people who can speak English, and sometimes they may just want to go a little extra for you to show your English language proficiency by writing an English language test. It could be IELTS or any other test that they may recommend. These tests are not difficult. You just need to book for them and prepare, and then you will get at least the minimum score. Some research-based opportunities will ask you for publications, and if you're just coming out of school like an undergraduate, the academic writing, which is your dissertation, may pass for it, okay? If you are in sciences or other areas, they may ask for publications, because those ones likely publish as much. If you are a law student or a recent graduate, trust me, your dissertation, your projects in your final year would pass for it. So do it properly. And then some universities abroad, most universities abroad will ask you for your WAEC result. So you see that thing that you think that your WAEC does not matter. But the good thing is that before you enter Faculty of Law, your WAEC must have made sense, right? Your English and maths must have made sense before you are able to enter law. So I don't think you guys will have any problem with this. You will need your WAEC certificate a lot of times, and usually you can use your WAEC certificate to offset things like English language proficiency, because if they see that you had maybe a C or a B in your WAEC in English or NECO or any other first school leaving exams, then they waive it for you. Some opportunities will need evidence of social work, community impact. Okay, so let me just say this here, that most global opportunities when it has to do with sponsorships and fundings are in the development space, community impact, social work. And how do you endear them to you that, oh, I think you should sponsor me, I'm an ideal candidate? Is by showing interest. That interest is not interest that is just coming today because you've seen chimney opportunity is open, you want to apply, oh, I have interest now. No, you're going to be able to demonstrate your interest based on your track record. What have you been doing in school? I share an instance. When I was in Uyo, I was in the law clinic, okay? And that was year 4, I think. I was a deputy head clinician. And during our law clinic period, we carried out 2 sensitization programs. We talked about ADR, alternative dispute resolution, and we enlightened people on their rights, different rights that is available in the Constitution. We went to communities. I remember with Dr. Adio, with a couple of my friends. I remember Dignity Ecope, Antiabong. We went to communities. There was a session that Antiabong was speaking in English, or I can't remember, maybe one of my colleagues was speaking in English. I was interpreting in Ibibio because we went to a very local community. We were trying to enlighten people. We were trying to help people resolve, we're just trying to tell them that not every time you have disputes, you have to go to court. There are other ways to resolve your disputes. And then we're also trying to enlighten them about fundamental. That is community work. That we're trying to make impact. That is social impact. So if you're doing anything like that, or you are in a chambers and you guys are carrying out projects, these are valuable projects that you may think are not important. But you can gather these things and include them in your CV, and it will work for you, it will speak for you, because coming out of school, you're literally, you don't have any other thing to show apart from what happened in school. So imagine that you come out from school and you're just showing your academics. So we know that you went to do it. Yes, as expected, you should show us your academic degree. But did you not do anything at all when you were in school? That must have been a very boring life. And nobody wants that. Development partners, organizations, they want individuals who are leaders, who are thought leaders, who are well balanced, people who have work and life balance. Maybe yours would be academic and life balance, people who are social, people who can network and all of that. And you cannot just get all of that in the classroom. You need to go out and do other things, okay? Well, I've already said some organizations need leadership experience, some need previous achievements. What have you done so far? Some need clearly outlined future career plan, okay? This is very important. If you're applying for an opportunity, they would likely ask you, what are your future career plans? This is because they want to know what you want to do after you complete this program. Does it align with our interest? Does it align with what we do in our organization? Should we sponsor you? Are you going to promote our values? So you need, clear, what you want to do when you're done with school. You really need to know, or when you're done with that program. If it is a fellowship, usually maybe 3 months or 6 weeks, then you need to be able to say how you are going to bring back what you have learned to put in your work, whatever you're doing. The Mandela Washington Fellowship for 2022 session just closed or finished. They finished a 6 weeks program in the US. And before you are selected for that kind of opportunity, you have to be able to demonstrate that when you are done, you can be able to take back whatever you learned into the kind of work that you currently do. I just want to know that I'm not talking to myself. Are you guys following me? Is this enlightening at all? Let me know in the chat box, please. Carry me along. I beg you. Okay. Now, another thing, the last but not the least, is financial need. There are some organizations that give merit-based scholarship based on people who are really in dire financial need. I want to study in the UK, but I do not have money. There are certain organizations that just that, with other things, other requirements, you would get that. Now, we're going to wrap up in a few minutes. How do you prepare for global opportunities? Okay, I've already said aim to graduate with an excellent result, first class or 2-1 at the least. Please, it's going to help you. Gather relevant work experience through paid and unpaid internships, research assistantships. You can walk up to your lecturer. A lot of lecturers who are on their way to becoming professors have to publish a lot of articles, and these articles are not just things that are written overnight. They have to conduct in-depth research, and usually lecturers do work with students who help them in conducting this research. If you are interested in assessing global opportunities, another way of gaining work experience is being a research assistant for a lecturer. Okay, in fact, you cannot even imagine the kind of skills you're going to get when you do that. You're going to get research skills, you're going to get writing skills, analytical skills, critical thinking, because there's no how you want to write an article that you will not critically analyze what you're writing. So it's going to help you. Paid or unpaid internships, okay? For instance, you guys are on ASU strike. Or ASU is on strike rather. You can approach some law firms, okay? In wherever you are, you can approach some law firms. Oh, would you mind having an intern? Oh no, we do not have money to pay you. I will work for free. Please get a law firm that is a distance, or maybe walking distance to your house, or just one keke ride to your house. Go there every day. Look at what they are doing. You will gather some experience. It doesn't matter if you have to be paid, or even if they don't pay you. You are trying to help yourself. You are trying to help. Because competing in a global space is very challenging sometimes for people from Africa. Let me not even talk about people from Akwa Ibom. You did not attend big name universities like that. I know that University of Uyo, we are doing great stuff and we are coming up, but know that you are not in an isolated world, and nobody is going to treat you specially because of your circumstances or your challenges. Everybody is competing for the same thing. People that attended big name schools, Ivy League schools, people that got first class from their secondary school, they have been getting distinctions. People that have gotten like 3 master's degrees, people that have gotten multiple scholarships. Those are the people you are competing with. There's nothing like that says, oh, this particular opportunity is for people that came from. Although there are opportunities that are for developing countries, but even within developing countries, there are high flyers. There are extremely intelligent individuals that you're competing with. So all you have to do, you are just helping yourself. Whatever you can do. Volunteer with impact-based organizations. You see an organization doing community projects. How can I volunteer? How can I be a part of this project? Because there's no how you will not pick up 1 or 2 skills. And then you're going to be able to add that to your work experience. Participate in extracurricular activities. Somebody like me, I participated in a few moots and mock trials. I think I won an award in one, and I have never ceased to. When I left Uyo, that was literally what I had. Moot and mock trials. When I went to law school, I did a few moot and mock trials as well. That was all I had. I had to blow the trumpet. I had to put it in every CV I submitted. At least I did something. Participate in writing competitions, sports competitions, anything at all that would add value to your brand, to your resume, is going to help you gain leadership experience. Engage in some impactful social work, example, community development, sensitization, fundraising, civil activism. Elections is coming in 2023 in Nigeria. What are you doing? What are you doing to promote democracy? What are you doing to ensure that there is free and fair elections? What are you doing to ensure that the people who do not understand the effect of selling their votes shift away from that kind of mindset? What problem are you solving? Oh, we're shouting, oh, we're having so many issues in Nigeria. People don't even know that they should not vote for this, they should not vote for that. Are you trying to lend your voice? And if you are trying to, in what way? Leave your WhatsApp. 90% of the people on your WhatsApp are probably educated. Can you go into the community to talk to people who do not understand So those are the different ways you solve problems. I remember when I came out of law school and I made a first class. As at then, myself and my colleague Ian, we made a first class. And I remember before we went to law school, no one from University of Uyo had made a first class in Nigerian law school. That was a big problem. Okay, when I made a first class coming out of Nigerian law school, I knew that it couldn't have stopped with me. I was just a mere human being, an ordinary human being that made a first class. So that means first class is not reserved for some specific people. So what did I do? I started teaching people. I said, oh yeah, oh, everybody gather here. We are going to break this thing down. Is it that you guys do not understand the lectures? So I started asking people, the people that came into law school after us can testify. I used to go to law school. I was working at Babalakin, and then it was Churchgate, where on the streets where law school was. After work, I used to go to law school. Okay, what are the issues? What do you think is the problem? I started breaking down things for people and also transferring how I studied. I also tried to share my tips with them. Trust me, the next law school set, you had 5 first class. I solved the problem, and I can decide to use that anywhere I go. That is results. So those are the kind of things. What are the problems you can identify, and which one can you easily solve even if you do not have resources? I didn't need to have money to solve that problem, right? I didn't need to have a lot of money to help other people to get first class in law school. It was just transfer of knowledge that you have in your head, which was even what birthed my YouTube channel, and it has now progressed into the Get Ahead Education Service. So we're making progress. I said build your brand and identity. Grace has said this. Gather your received social proof. So whatever you do, try to have evidence. If you have a website, put everything there. If you have social media, put it there, because it's social proof and it will help you. Be mindful of your social media activities. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, you want to access global opportunities, okay? And you cannot hop on every trend on social media, please. Because there is no organization as of today that is going to hire you for a job, that is going to give you a scholarship, is going to award you a fellowship, is going to sponsor your research. There is no organization that will not go through your social media. In fact, as you are submitting the application, they're asking you, please provide your social media handles and all of that. So don't even think it. If you have any uncouth, articles or things you put on your social media right now, it's not too late. Go and delete them, okay? So, or you have to clean your social media and make it attractive to the person you want to, to get opportunities from, okay? Then I usually advise people to apply for multiple opportunities. You cannot apply for one opportunity and expect that you're the best for it. There's thousands and thousands of people that are the best for it, and these opportunities have limited slots. So all you need to do is ensure that you apply for multiple opportunities, because the more you apply, at least, okay? Even the Bible says that when you scatter your seeds, some land in dry grounds, some land in bushes, some mix with weeds, and some, now lands in a good fertile land. And how do you know which one will land in a fertile land if you do not scatter your seeds? Let me not be preaching right now. Okay, so have a positive disposition. You can do, okay? Have that can-do attitude. Develop thick skin, tenacity, because when you are ready to go global, when you are ready to access global opportunities, understand that a lot of other people are also willing to do that, and sometimes you might need to do something over and over again, polish your skills, get a lot of rejections, a lot of no's before you get that one yes that you want, okay? Do it afraid. I tell people, do it afraid. I do a lot of things afraid. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, I wouldn't say I am afraid. I would say I am tensed. But you may not know at your end, right? Because I'm doing it anyways. Do it afraid. Manage your imposter syndrome. A lot of times you feel like, what I've done is so tiny. Who am I? I can't even talk. In fact, it doesn't matter. Everyone is fighting imposter syndrome. Everyone is struggling. But you just have to do it, because there is no day that you are going to wake up and feel like you are the best man for the job. You might, even if you think that way, one part of your mind might tell you, my friend, will you sit down? But the thing is, you just have to do it. You do it afraid. When I started this presentation, I was probably tensed. But now I am less tensed, because I have done it for about 30 minutes now. So that's how you just do it afraid, okay? Develop multiple skills. Designing, software development, research analysis, data analysis, whatever skill you can gather, please gather it. I remember when I was in a law firm, there was a time we wanted to hire NYC associates. And they were looking for people who could play football. Do you know why? Because they used to do law firm competition, football competition as at then. And my law firm lost that year. And we're like, next year, we need to hire people that can play football. What does that have to do with practicing law? But you know, every skill counts in today's world. So you see, attend knowledge sessions like this. So for the fact that you are here, you're doing a great job. Build meaningful relationships, you know, and meaningful skills. Network to learn from exemplary individuals, people who have done what you want to do. You can always learn from them. Okay, follow them on social media. You don't have to talk to them, but follow them. What are the things they do? Read their stories. How did they get to where they are? It will help you. Now, I just put out these relevant websites that you can use to access global opportunities. What you can do is, I'm definitely going to circulate these slides when I'm done, so you can look at them, register with them, get their newsletters, and they can be updating you on different opportunities they have. You can go through these websites and it will help you. There are a lot of other opportunities as well, or opportunities websites. All you need to do is just, you know, visit this website and see. Sometimes you do not even know that some opportunities are available. If you do not see them, you would not know. So sometimes maybe you are still in school, you may not even be eligible for these opportunities yet, but just go through the website. What do they need? Okay, what do they need? So this is my last slide. Thank you so much, guys. I hope that it has been so beneficial. But with respect to my previous this particular slide, I just want to say that when I finished law school, as at then I didn't know anything about scholarships or study abroad and all of that. So a previous Chevening scholar or a Chevening alumnus sent me the Chevening scholarship website and said, oh, this opportunity is interesting, you can apply for it. When I opened the link, I saw you need 2 years of work experience. Me, I just finished law school. You need 2 years of work experience. You need to have done this. You needed to have done that. I saw a lot of requirements and I was like, wow, I'm definitely not eligible for this. However, do I want to apply? Yes. Do I like the opportunity? Yes. What do I need to do to get there? By the time you see what you need to do, you determine how long will it take me. You check, okay, it's going to take me. So as at then it was law school and I knew that I need 2 years of work experience. Okay, I'm definitely going to do NYC. NYC is 1 year. Okay, after that, I need 2 years. However, it is not just random 2 years of work experience. They need 2 years of impact. 2 years, they need you to show your leadership skills. They need you to show how you've impacted people. Well, that was when I sat up. I was like, no, I have to impact people. I have to do stuff. Not for the gram, not for public, but just so that I can put it in my records to be eligible. Because you know what? A lot of other people are eligible as well. What is going to distinguish you out is going to be all those other things that you probably think are not important. So yeah, if you need my services, I always update a lot of information on my YouTube channel. You can follow me on my YouTube channel, Kuseme Ise. You can send us an email. You can also book our services on our website and every other social media platform. And I hope that this was helpful. Before I go, just
thank you.
Share in the comment section. Just let me know if this made any sense to you at all. If I was not just talking to myself. Let me know. And thank you so much, Faculty of Law. Thank you so much, Dean of Law, for the opportunity. And yes, I'll catch you guys in my social media. You can always ask me any question you guys want, and that's it. Thank you so much. Emedian, over to you.
Thank you very much, Kuseme. It's really always difficult to stop you whenever you're on the stage talking. And this is because you always have that.